Hi guys, I am Syrachime, and I welcome you back to another episode of my Pokemon FireRed Let's Play. In the last episode, we rescued Lostelle from a big-nosed Hypno and brought her back home, and then made our way back to Bill, where we thankfully made it back to Cinnabar Island in one piece without any weird encounters, even though just being around maniacs enough is weird. And in this episode, well, you might notice that I'm back on one island. We come back here to one island because there's something I'd like to do here, or something at the end of this island that I'd like to get accomplished, so we're going to do all of that now. So once you're here on one island, I would advise you to do a couple of things real quick. The first thing I'd recommend you do is get a few repels, because the area we have coming up, you will not necessarily like it. And I also advise you to get a few Ultra Balls if you didn't use all of them on your other Pokemon. Reason for this is because, well, I'll just show you here on the town map. Go to our town map. You see here on one island, we're going to take this trip up through Ember Road and make our way up to Mount Ember. What are the reasons for doing that? Well, I will show you when we get there. But just trust me when I say you're going to want some repels and you're going to want some Ultra Balls, and you will see why shortly after that. So, with that out of the way, I say we get right into this. We got quite a bit to do, and we should probably get working on that. So, let's get going here. So if you go over here and surf, I don't run into a wild Pokemon like I seem to have horrible luck doing. We come over here to Ember Road. And as it turns out, here on Ember Road, you could actually find 2 new Pokemon. Those Pokemon are... The first new Pokemon you could find here is the Fire-type Pokemon Ponyta. Now, I won't be saying a great deal about Ponyta because, as it turns out, you could also find Ponyta's evolved form here, which happens to be the Fire-type Pokemon Rapidash. Now, the Ponyta family I wouldn't necessarily recommend for your team for 2 main reasons. The first one is, while it does have a really good attack and speed stat, it unfortunately doesn't really learn any good moves to take advantage of those stats. Fire-type moves in this generation are all special, and Ponyta's special attack is just modest to subpar at best. And because of that, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this Pokemon just because of the fact that it can't really learn any good moves to take advantage of. The second reason I wouldn't recommend it, though, is because it is so late in the game. From this point on till the end, you really won't need a Fire-type for your team, and if you didn't pick up one already, I really don't see why you'd want to pick one up now, because it just won't be very effective from here till the end of the game. You probably should have picked up a Fire-type earlier on, like a Growlithe or a Vulpix, or even a Charmander, because at this point, a Fire-type is pretty much useless, and you may even have 6 members by this point, so... Because of the fact that its stats are poorly distributed, and it's really late in the game, and Fire-types are kind of useless from this point on, I really wouldn't recommend Rapidash or Ponyta all that much. Okay, we got that bio or 2 out of the way. I guess it's time to proceed on to Mount Ember. And to do this, we're going to have to do this very sneaky. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by a Pokemon that was a Ponyta. When you do this, you're going to want to be very sneaky, because if you get caught, we're going to have to do a battle. And I really don't have good ninja skills, but that's okay, because I think I can get through this. Now I gotta repel up. So I have to be the ninja that I'm not, and get behind this person. Oh yeah, I am on fire! And I'm not just saying that because we're on Ember Road. I think if you talk to this guy here, one of these guys are required. I have a feeling this could be it, but you know what, we're not going to talk to him just yet. We're going to run downhill. We're going to run down here and check out this thing down here. This item. And with that, we get a max repel. That was totally worth the wasting of a repel to get another repel. Yeah, I think it is anyway. Alright, so we're going to move around here. I really have a feeling I'm supposed to talk to this guy, but at the same time, I really don't know. Let's see, is it a trainer? Oh, it's a trainer. I took a break from swimming, only to have you challenge me? Well, actually, I was looking for something, but if you don't want me to have it, you know what, that's on you. Oh wait, I need it. Never mind. I am going to beat you like the dog that you are. And here will come Protect. Or not. Instead, we get a Magnitude 9. I will take that. Die, Shelter, die! I gave up on the feigning thing like 20... And there goes El Blanco. Hey, El Blanco survived. I am now weaker. Well, that's kind of a letdown. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, these crazy trainers. You never know what they're going to do anymore. Back in the day, we didn't worry about trainers like this. I say that like I'm some kind of guru or something. I don't know. I'm not that old. Only old people say stuff like that. Like back in the day, we did such and such. I'll probably be slower than this Cloister, but that's okay because Cloister has a horrible special defense, which means Rafflesia will destroy it. We will absorb that thing dry with our Giga Drain attack. And there goes Cloister. Ooh, nice. And we got a War Turtle. I would send out Pikachu and shock that thing back into its shell, but we will not do that because I don't want to do that. Instead, I want to level up my Pokemon a little bit. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing here. Well, I know what I'm doing here. Do you guys know what I'm doing here? Haha, we will figure it out together. And I totally just wasted a Giga Drain. That's alright. If I get a level out of this, I'll be happy. Well, I'll admit, the reason I'm here right now, pretty sure it's around here somewhere. There's an HM I wanted to pick up here. Well, you're supposed to get on this route. I just don't know what that HM is. Hey, what the... You're good, you. Thank you. As I say to everybody, I try. Okay, so like I was saying, there's an HM here somewhere that I wanted to get. But I'm not sure where it's really at. It could be down here. Talk to this lady here. And if she's not it... She is not it. Okay, I'm not going to waste your time with this battle because I'm looking for a particular HM and this is not it, so I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Didn't think you wanted to see a battle. Nothing really going on. The only thing interesting that happened was... I can avoid this trainer again. Yes, I avoided. There goes my repel. Only interesting thing that happened was... Magnitude did 6 and 7 in a row. But not really all that... Oh, totally just almost walked into that. I am... Whoa, we got a weird thing going on here. And I just totally walked into that. Dress appropriately for battle. Lose the frivolous outfit. I'm not taking off my shoes for anybody. I've already said that. Whoever that maniac was that said that. Here we have Black Belt Hugh. I guess I'll go ahead and show these battles. We have a Machop that will chop his way out of my... I don't know where I was going with that, but that's alright because that Machop is going down to about that kind of health. There uses a magnifying glass to foresight me. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Only good against ghost-type Pokemon. And there goes Magnet. I will be so happy when I get a more reliable move on this Pokemon. Okay, so there goes Machop. And there goes El Blanco up to level 39. And there goes El Blanco's stats. And here comes a Machoke. You know what I'm going to do with that? I'm going to send out Pecky. Pecky could use a level up. This would be a pretty good place to level grind if you guys want to level up your Pokemon a little bit. If you come back here with the Verse Seeker after the Elite Four, this is a fantastic place to level up. I actually came up here to level up quite a bit because, well, you actually don't have to go to the Pokemon Center. There's actually a place here where you can heal and everything. It's really nice. Or at least I think so. You guys might not think so, but, yeah, who cares? Yeah. Okay, so that takes care of Black Belt Hugh. Why me? Because you looked at me, that's why. And this other guy will find me because I am not swift enough to do anything. Every morning before breakfast, I swim around this island. Well, I'm happy for you, dude. Not really, but I will try to be for your sake. Okay, so we have a Black Belt Shay, or Shia, or something like that. He sends out a Machop. Oh, the reliable Machops. Well, like last time, we will use Magnitude of 8, and it was a 9. I'd rather be wrong and be powerful than short and weak. I always go with 8 because that's the middle of the road option. And there goes El Blanco, probably, because El Blanco has no HP, and it survived, surprisingly. I am shocked. I always felt bad for spelling doom on my Pokemon, but really, what have they done to prove themselves? Okay, they've done a lot to prove themselves defensively. Alright, I won't get on to them. Alright, he's about to send out another Machoke, so we're going to repeat the same thing we did last time. Send out Pecky to peck that muscle's brains out, or something like that. Alright, I know Pecky doesn't have a pecking-based move, really, besides Peck. and I don't use Peck that often. It's just a weak move, but don't worry. We're going to be remedying that probably within the next, I don't know, 4 or 5 levels maybe? Actually, don't know. Till then, we're just going to use Fly, which I think is a Peck-based move or something like that. I don't know. If you stop and think about it, it's actually just Tackle again. Alright, that takes care of Shay. Gasp. Gasp. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. I did those sound effects, and I am done now. We're going to move around here. Now, if you go in here, this is the Ember Spa, where if you talk to this bald guy here, soaking in the hot spring pool is therapeutic, people say. Worthless information, but at the same time helpful, because if you go in here and go right in the middle, at a bright flash of light, the water is perfectly warm. It feels exquisite. Chime and the Pokemon were fully refreshed. My Pokemon are so important that they get their own The Pokemon. What do you got to say? This is heavenly. The water warms me to my core. You should jump in too. Go in the middle and relax. You don't think I'm... I'm here. You said jump in and enjoy it. I'm in. Dork. Moving on. My favorite part of bathing comes up in this. I enjoy a bowl of chowder to warm... Okay, we're just going to bypass that. It's not important. Have a look at my face. See how smooth my skin is? The hot spring water keeps my skin younger than my age. How old are you? 59? 110? 350? Moving on. I bet you were there when Napoleon took over France, weren't you? Oh, well, moving on. Hot springs go hand in hand with volcanoes. The Ember Spa here, well, I made it years ago. I hewed the pool out of a gigantic boulder by hand. I am using this at the part-time. I suppose I can part with it. And with that, we obtain the HM that I have been looking for all this time. That is HM06. This is Rock Smash. Now, Rock Smash is actually not that good of an HM move. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, because it's just kind of put it lightly, it's kind of stupid if I can find it. That's in the HMs. Alright, there it is. It's got a low base power, and it has a chance of lowering the defense, but it's just really not a good move. But I'm going to go ahead and teach that to a Pokemon, because we're going to need it for a battle, or an area coming up. And I think for the time being, we'll go ahead and put it on Electra. Get rid of Brick Break for that. Yes, get rid of a strong fighting type move for a weak fighting type move. We'll delete this later off my Electra and get Brick Break back on it. I know some of you might be saying, well, what's the point of having Brick Break on Electra? You never use it anyway. Yeah, that's true, I don't, but I have a reason for it. Mostly because it's mostly for ground type Pokemon, with most ground types being rock type in this generation. It's actually a really smart idea. Okay, because I'm trying to avoid everyone now, because I am an introverted person like that. Make sure my party's okay for surfing. El Blanco is not okay for surfing. And now we are ready. Alright, we're going to go swimming on the Pokemon that is a mermaid dog thing. Apparently stinks, according to the last episode or so. Oh! Ooh, that was close. Almost got spotted by a guy wearing a hat. Well, that's the worst, you know, getting spotted by a guy that has a hat. Okay, gotta watch this girl here because she's probably a spy for the Pokemon police force, not wanting me to get through without battles, and I made it through without a battle. Alright, with that, we have made it up here to Mount Ember. Alright, so here at Mount Ember, there is actually one new Pokemon you could find here. That Pokemon is... The only new Pokemon you could find here is one that is exclusive to Leaf Green, and that is the Fire-type Pokemon Magmar. Now, Magmar, stat-wise, is a really good Pokemon. It has a modest speed stat along with a modest special attack and attack stat, meaning that this thing can be a really good mixed attacker. Unfortunately, what really lets this thing down is, well, you think its defense is maybe the reason it's not good. What actually hinders this Pokemon is the fact that it's so late in the game. If this Pokemon were available earlier on in the game, I could definitely recommend it, even with those low defense stats, but because it's so late and fire types aren't really going to be useful from this point on in the game anymore, I can't really recommend it that much. It's a fantastic fire type Pokemon, it's just so late in the game and fire types just aren't useful anymore. If you're playing Leaf Green and you want a fire type on your team and you don't yet have one, I could definitely recommend this, but you know, if you already have a fire type, or you know, you have an open spot in your team, I'd hold out for something a little better, because Fire types just aren't going to be useful from this point on in the game, I'm afraid. Okay, we got that bio out of the way. If you go up here, you'll see this guy looking up in this direction. I'm not sure why. Maybe this wall is fascinating, but if you talk to him, can you imagine if this volcano were to erupt? The explosion would be the end of us. How terrifying is that? I'm not scared. I took out things bigger than me before because I'm a 10-year-old kid. Nothing scares me. While we're terrified, would you like me to teach explosion? This is a move tutor here that will teach you the move explosion. This is a very powerful physical attacking move. And what really makes this thing deadly is the fact that it will lower your opponent's defense by half when it's used. The catch is, while it is insanely powerful, you will kill yourself at the end of the move, so yeah. If you want to use this as a last resort, I definitely recommend it, but I don't have any Pokemon on my team that can use it, so I'm not going to. Yeah, you're right. It is too terrifying. Yes, I am scared of the move explosion. Moving on, because there's a lot to do here. Alright, we see these jerks here. What do they got to say? Over here. We'll try digging here. That treasure the admin's been talking about should be here. What the? You're in the way. Get lost. And with that, apparently we're not worth the time of day for whatever reason. Okay, so when we have nowhere to go but over, we go over. I bet you guys were thinking I'd say up. Alright, we're going to move this boulder around because I can, /should/will. And if I'm real careful, I could be sneaky and sneak past these trainers here. Oh yeah, I am on fire. And I run to a Pokemon. Okay, run into wild Pokemon because apparently I didn't have Repel up or something. Repel is an effect. Well, the Pokemon are just higher level here than what I thought they were, I guess. Okay, we're going to move along because we can, /should/will. We'll use these things here to rock smash things. Try to avoid trainers where I can, because last thing I want to do is battle somebody. You know how crazy that is. And we can go no further because there is a ledge in the way. I think we can go over here, though. Or we should. Item must get. And with that, we found a dire hit. That is a worthless move. Not worth your time unless your name is George. I don't know anybody like that. No, it's not worth your time if your name's George. It's not worth your time no matter what. Alright, so we can't go that way, so apparently we have to go this way. And I have a feeling we're going to, yep, run into a trainer because of a jerkish move. An active volcano is an active volcano is one that's erupting or about to. I really don't care. I am here for one reason and one reason only, and that is, you will see why shortly. Alright, he's going to send out this Execute. I don't see what's so cute about it. Eggs of the cute, as I said before. Die, Pokemon, die! If I had Charizard out there, I would, excuse me, if I had Cole out there, I would just totally burn you up. Alright, that should take out Execute. Like I said earlier, this would be a pretty good place to level up. If I didn't say that, it'd be a pretty good place to level up. We have an Executor here, which I don't want to put any more pressure on me than I'm already on. I don't have any pressure. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Nothing in this world makes sense. We're going to send out Cole here. His first appearance since the fiery battle with Blaine and his cannibalistic people. Alright, I'm done. I said I'd quit playing on that. I'll quit playing on that. That's so funny, though. That was funny. I enjoyed that gym. And that episode was fun to make, too, I have to admit. Alright, so we're up to level 42 now, and we defeat that ranger. Woo, that was hot. Yeah, I got excuse me, why do I just keep calling my Pokemon over their real names? Got Cole here. Who can erupt. It's a shame Cole can't learn Eruption. That'd be fun. Okay, and now we are on the inside of Mount Ember. It's bad enough we couldn't do anything on the outside, so if we keep running deeper and deeper into this cave, we will progress on because we keep going and going like the Energizer Bunny and going and going and going. And I have no idea what to talk about when you keep going like this. And if you come out here, we have made it to a place that could jump down and ruin our fun, but we don't want to ruin our fun, so there is an item over there, and my OCD is compelling me to go get that, but I will go get that later because if you go over here, there is an item that we don't have to struggle to get, and that is an Ultra Ball, which will come in handy because, as it turns out, if you keep going around here and doing this and doing that and a whole bunch of other things, we come to the top of Mount Ember. But what is up here besides a strength puzzle? Well, I will show you. So push that up, push that over. We go around here and push that over. Push that up. If we don't have sabotage ourselves, we see yet another legendary Pokemon staring at us with those intense eyes. This is the legendary Pokemon Moltres. And we are going to battle and try to capture this thing in the next episode. Yep. Oh, sorry, guys. I want to save my entire flailing attempt to catch this thing in the next episode. I'm going to dedicate a whole episode to it, and we're going to kind of go from there. So, that will do it for this episode. Stand next to this super bird, or not next to it because I can't do that. Bad bird. Anyway, next time in Pokemon FireRed, we are going to take on Moltres and attempt to capture this thing. And I don't know what we'll do after that. Depends on how much time that takes. If it takes a short time, we'll do a little more. If it takes the entire episode, then that'll be the entire episode. But we will find out next time. Until then, I will catch you guys later.